Hello. It's a privilege to be here today. And before I start, I would like to thank the startup for giving me this opportunity and to believe in me. And also I would like to thank all the other teams for very nice 10 weeks. Like I say, I'm Halla, and I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite places in the world. I'm going to tell you about Grímsey, which is a small island in the north. It's the only place in Iceland where you can cross over the Arctic Circle. Grímsey is a curious place, really like no other in the world. There is something about the island I cannot explain. You just have to come and see it for yourself. And that is why I founded my company Arctic Trip. We are a travel agency that catering to people who would like to explore nature and wildlife with adventure at heart and in personal atmosphere. Our package tours comes in all sorts of shapes and sizes according to different needs and interests of people. In Grímsey, there's a small population. It's only about 65 people who live here there. I think it's more people in here right now than live the whole year in the island. There's no organized tourism over there, but so many opportunities. The main industry is fishing, but tourism is a growing industry there. And that will hopefully give the locals new opportunity for employment. And that is exactly what Arctic Trip has in mind. Last summer, there was about 11,000 visitors who visited the island, even though there were no organized tourism there. So you can imagine the number we could see 2017 when we have already organized the tourism there. On the next slides, I will give you some examples of the tours we are going to offer starting this summer. First, there's Arctic sightseeing. That's a sightseeing with a local who will give you example of stories that have lived there for centuries, and they will show you around the island and tell you a little bit about how they live there, and this is a very special community, and they will tell you all the stories. Then we are going to have Arctic diving. You will come and dive with puffin or the guillemot birds over the Arctic Circle. And while we are not diving, we will go and see the locals, see what they're up to, what they do for a living, and how they have a good time. For people who don't have the skills to dive or just want to do something different, we will have Arctic snorkeling in Puffin Bay. We will place our camp so close to the Puffin Cliff that you will be able to see when they dive and swim in the ocean. Why now? This is, by the way, one of the locals. And now, because it's about time. As you saw, there's already 11,000 tourists visiting the island, and I've been guiding there for last 10 years. And I have heard there's from the tourists and also from travel agency in Iceland, there is a great demand for organized tourism there. This is a few of the members of the Arctic team, but with the locals in our team, everything is much easier and less complicated. In our team, we have the experience, knowledge, trust, and connection with the locals. Our captains know everything about every caves and every rock and every cliff. And our guides know the island like the palm of their hand. How to get there? You can dive like a puffin or fly like a bird. Welcome.